Good morning,
Yatton.
Yatton. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to the new look Good Morning Yatton. As you can see, we're in a new venue. Our new studio is where is our new studio? Ollie?
It's in the library.
It is in the library, and and we've got a new format for you because instead of Mr. Hayward and myself, we've got the children who are in Year 6 who will be presenting Good Morning Yatton for the rest of the summer term. So, what have we got, Felix?
So, a lot of people are using lockdown as a reason to learn a new skill or hobby. For example, some people are learning another language or how to grow vegetables or bake a cake.
Have you learnt any new skills, Mr. O?
Well, it's funny you should say that, Ollie, but I don't know. A lot of people would regard it as not a skill because I've been learning how to tie different knots.
That sounds interesting. About as interesting as watching paint dry or grass grow or tectonic plates move. I mean, imagine if you tried to teach your whole class that.
Now there's an idea. Morning, and today we're going to tie some knots. Number 1, the reef knot.
We've already done that.
Oh, okay. Well, number 2, the clove hitch.
I did that yesterday too. It was so boring. It was like eating your shoe.
Well, that's harsh because tying knots is actually very interesting. What about knot number 3, the highwayman's hitch?
I'd rather pull my teeth out without an anaesthetic.
Well, but tying knots is fun. What about knot number 4, the figure of 8?
This is as interesting as watching a slug race.
Or like queuing up for eggs at Tesco's.
Are we going to have any breaks today? What's wrong with knots? I like knots.
Oh, thank you, George. 10 merit marks. Well done. 100 lines, Finn. I love knots.
Not fair!
All right, now, knot number 2581, the captive button. No.
Let me out of it! Let me out of it!
Get me out!
Hello. I need a taxi as far away from Yatton School as possible.
Guys, be quiet! I'm trying to listen here.
Did I miss anything?
Ugh. Well, that was not very interesting, wasn't it, guys?
No, it was
Well,
not interesting.
in other interesting news,
we have furious parents lash out as zoos and McDonald's reopen, but schools don't.
Boris Johnson suggests the 2 metre social distancing rule may be lowered.
and a special on George Floyd. First on the agenda, gentlemen, we have the schools are not open, yet zoos and McDonald's are allowed to open. This is I can understand why parents would be annoyed at this, and I don't think the government have made a very wise decision.
No, definitely not. For such a temptation to reopen and schools not opening, I think schools must be the number 1 priority.
Yes. Felix, what's your opinion?
It's ridiculous. There's thousands of school children not at school, yet they can open these main attractions.
Well, in other news, we hear that Boris Johnson is planning to lower the social distancing rules if the cases don't spike. I mean, it's a bit early for this sort of talk, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it should only be lowered in summertime when everyone's, a bit more chilled,
Yeah, and I mean, if the cases do spike, we'll know where it came from, won't we?
Yeah, 100%.
Right. We now have a George Floyd special, read by Charlie.
Okay, so George Perry Floyd Jr. was an African-American man who was killed by police during an arrest in Minneapolis on May 5th, 2020. Obviously, you all know his death was caused by protests in the USA and around the globe to end racism. In Bristol, the statue of Edward Colston was pulled down and dumped into the floating harbour.
Now, do we have any special birthdays today, Felix?
Actually, Ollie, we do. This week it was Prince Philip's 99th birthday.
Wow, it's a great achievement to live till 99, isn't it?
Very much so.
Yeah, just a shame. He must feel a bit hard done by that he hasn't been the king yet. He's
Also,
99.
It was Anne Frank's birthday today.
How old would she have been, Felix?
91.
Wow, so she would have been quite old as well. That's all from us, and we'll move on to our nature correspondents, Isaac and Gabriel.
Well, that was very interesting news from the boys. Next up, we've got Isaac and Gabe, who have been out and about round the school grounds looking at nature, I believe. So how did you get on, boys?
I reckon we got on pretty well. We found ant colony, we found lots of mini beasts, and lots of mini beasts. So it was really cool.
Yeah, cool. And actually, we can have a little look at what you found out because you actually filmed it, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I think we can go straight to that now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hi, I'm Isaac Factual, and I'm here on a nature adventure across the world in Yatton. Right, let's start by looking under here, see what we've got. So, see if we can get some. Come getting close. Before we got away. Because remember, 2 meters. So we've got a slug here, which is a great decomposer. We have also got woodlouse, again, great decomposers. And as you can see, got here from tiny ant, it's an ant colony. Their queen ant is probably deep inside there. Come on, let's keep moving. As you can see, it's getting dark now. We need to get a safe camp. Look, right over there. That should be great. Come on, let's move. Right, here is perfect. So, I'll see you in the morning. Right, I've had a good night's sleep. Now, we're moving in onto the dens. Come on, let's go. So straight away you can see the water. We've got some maple here, as you can tell by these huge leaves. And don't see on this silver birch, we have some sap. Look, come see here. Can I get closer on this stuff? This one. Look at the form that's taken. It's incredible. Go on, get close up. That's incredible. Yeah. Right. That's great. As you can tell by this silvery background with these barky stripes, this is a silver birch. Very nice. Yeah, come on, let's keep going. And also we've got ivy here. This will climb up the trees, as you can see it's doing here, and eventually it will strangle the tree and kill it, especially when it's young like this.
Excellent. Well, that was really good, boys. And you found tons, haven't you?
Yeah, it was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we have a question that if you want to answer or try and figure out, it's what's the difference between a male blackbird and a female blackbird?
Good question.
So that's what we found all around the school grounds. We'd like to know what you've got in your back garden or wherever you use balcony.
Brilliant. Yeah, and if you find anything,
Yeah,
you
please
can send in some pictures or a film, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, thanks, boys. Great. What's up next?
Well, I think we've got Alice, Eleanor and Sophie who are going to be showing us some of the endangered animals across the world.
Hello, and we're going to be talking about endangered animals. Gorillas are fascinating creatures that shares 98.3% of our DNA with humans. They are capable of feeling emotions and even behave like us sometimes. Did you know they can laugh? There are 4 species of gorilla, which 3 are critically endangered. The only one that isn't is the mountain gorilla.
The name rhinoceros comes from 2 Greek words, rhino and ceros, which translated into English means nose horn. It's a pretty fitting name, don't you think? Unfortunately though, poaching for their distinctive horns is the biggest threat. The Javan rhino horn sells up to £30,000 per kilogram at a black market. There are 5 species of rhinoceros that are among the most endangered species in the world. The black rhino, the Javan rhino, and the Sumatra rhino. The Javan rhino is the closest to extinction, with only 46 to 66 individuals left, which are all in the Yatton National Park.
On the topic of rhinos, I know how to draw a rhino. I've done a little film clip to teach everyone how to draw one at home. So, to draw this rhino, I took the idea from a website called Artico, and they have different tutorials on how to draw animals, but I'm going to teach you here. So you will need a pencil, a rubber and a piece of paper. You want to start off by placing your piece of paper horizontally, and then you want to draw a little shape like this. Then leave a small gap and draw a tiny line, and then almost do a curvy C shape. Now stop here, because you will want to add another little C shape, and that will come up to here. Now you add a curvy line like this coming up, and another one coming round here, and then you need to put another little C on the end. Now we will do his leg, which will come down and curve off his foot. Now you need to do his toenails. Next, you will want to draw the other leg on the end of here. Just make it a little bit taller. Like that, and this leg will have to come up here, and then you do a little curvy here. Now draw his toenails on. Now you will need to do his big belly, so make sure you get a rounded shape. I'm going to use my rubber and rub out that straight line there in a minute, and we need to come down like that, and one will come across over here. So let's extend that a little bit, and this leg will come down and up again like so. I will rub out that excess line there in a minute. So now we need to draw a line here, curve it off, and draw it up here to the top of his leg. Now you will want to curve round the back of the rhino, and then we will draw his ear up here, because you need to join up the head. So that will be his inner ear, and there we go. Then we need to draw a little point and bring that up here and that down there. And you need to take that and like that. Then we join up his head. Don't join up this, because this is where his neck is. Then we come around, we do a little dip, go up, and we join up with this line. Next, we will draw his tail. his tail needs to be super thin, and at the end you need to do a little point. You will need to do a few straight lines in here to make it look like fluff. Next you will need to draw an R shape over here and a little eye. Now leave a little bit of white because this big black one is his pupil. Next you will need to do a P shape, but you need to have a triangle on the end of it which is slightly curved. Now we've got to do his flary nostrils there, and let's curve up this to make this smaller horn and draw a little triangle point at the bottom and then a line up. Next we will draw his big horn. So we come down, and we're not going to do a triangle bottom for this, we are just going to do it rounded. Now we will add 3 lines here, and we need to do his toenails on these last few feet. So, with your toenails added on, now you want to rub out all the excess lines. Thank you. So let's get rid of this one, and get rid of a little bit of these ones. Now make sure if you rub out any of these lines, you add them back on. And there you have your rhino. I don't have time to colour it in this video, but here's one that I've already coloured in. And there you go.
We're going to be finishing off with a small quiz and a little competition for you. This is going to start by Alice or Sophie. Pick out a name from this tab. Read out.
A hamster.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question about a hamster for Alice. The word hamster is not actually English. Is it A, French, B, German, or C, Latin?
Is it German?
Yes. Sophie.
Spider.
There's a good one for this. What is the scientific name for a fear of spiders?
Arachnophobia?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, now I'll pick out one for
You at home.
and dog.
A dog. A song which is famous group of frequently only
really
dogs
hard.
can hear.
Was performed by which band?
Yeah, was performed by which band? And I will read the question again. A song which is a famous group that has frequently only dogs can hear.
Okay, the competition is you have to send in a small fact file about your favourite animal, and you have to put an illustration with it. If you win a medal, a bouncy ball, a packet of Haribo sweets, and an orange glow stick.
And also a picture of Sophie's drawing of a
Of the
rhino.
drawing that Sophie did for a rhino.
School is very different at this time, and Sophia, Dante and Bella are going to give you a tour around the school.
Thank you, Sophie. Yes, it is really different, and that's why we've done a short video for everyone watching.
So now we're going to be watching the video.
Hello everybody, my name is Bella.
And my name is Sophia.
And behind the camera is Dante, who will be joining us in a minute.
Today we're going to be showing you the differences in our school due to coronavirus.
Our class is split into 2 and they're called bubbles, which we will tell you about a bit later. But we each have different times.
So this is where our class bubble comes into. So we come through this gate and there's 2 arrows, one staying in and one going out.
Each class has a different gate, but some classes come in the same gate because they have different times. So, and the equipment is also taped up so no one can go on the equipment. The only places we can go for our breaks is the field or the gravel, depending where your break is.
Hi, my name is Dante, as Bella and Sophia said.
So now we're going to be showing you and telling you a little bit about our bubbles. So over here is bubble Q and bubble R. So this is where some bubbles are. And if you're wondering, we are in bubble O, next to bubble N in the hut. And our teacher is Mr. Rickson. So now we're going to fast forward to us in the class and show you.
So now we're going to tell you about the classroom situation and what it looks like at the moment.
So this is the way we go in and the way we go out.
As soon as you come in, you have to hand sanitize your hands, and when you go out, you have to hand sanitize your hands. And Sophia's going to do an example.
Let's go. So this is the sanitizing station. So this is how you sanitize your hands properly. You put sanitizer in your hands. You do the front of your hands, the back of your hands, in between your fingers, your nails, your thumbs, and then your wrists.
So, every person has their separate desk with all the stuff that they need, which is books and stationery.
And we also eat our lunch in the classroom. And we have half an hour to eat our lunch, and then we go out for our break.
As you can see, all the books are shut off, so you can't read any, and you're not allowed to bring any books in.
And also, all the drawers are turned around, so you can't get any dictionaries or anything you need from here, because you have it all in your resource.
So now, let's go to the field and see what that's like.
That was a long walk. This is where different bubbles play. It's sectioned off into 3 parts. Only one bubble can play on one part at a time. For example, we play on the top of the field for our lunch and break. Different bubbles also play on the playground. And we also have a bucket of equipment that we play with for break.
Thank you for watching
our new normal school tour.
Bye!
As you can see, it is very different, but we're trying to make the most of it.
It's like living in a bubble.
I've got a quick question. How many parts is the field split up into?
Thanks for watching. Now it's over to Finn and Joyce, who are going to be talking about dinosaurs.
So thank you, girls. Hi, I'm George and I'm here with Finn, the dinosaur expert. Hello, hello. Like I like to start all of my interviews, I like to think of a question of the day. Today's question of the day is, how did the dinosaur get its name? So Finn, you're interested in dinosaurs? Yes, ever since I was a young boy, I've always been interested in dinosaurs, because there's still much we don't know about them, as there's this dinosaur only known from his arms. Wow, that's amazing. What dinosaur are we looking at today? We're looking at 110 million year old dinosaurs, last meal, 45 million years before the extinction of the dinosaurs. And what was this dinosaur's name? It's from the Nodosaur family, like an Ankylosaurus, just without the club at the end of its tail. It's called Borealopelta. And where did this dinosaur live? It lived up north in Canada, Alberta. What was found in its diet? Soft vegetation, making it picky, and burnt wood, giving it its name, suggesting that the area where it lived was affected by wildfire. Is it a plant eater or a meat eater? A plant eater, like a herbivore in other words. As you can see, it's got spikes on its back. Why is that? To make itself look bigger than it actually is, because like ceratopsians, they don't really want to be a prey to most dinosaurs, so the bigger you look, the less likely a predator will attack you. So no predators will attack this dinosaur? Well, few may if they're very sometimes dumb or very smart. Does this dinosaur run away from other predators? Probably not, because it's armour and it is very heavy and will weigh him down. That's all we have for today, Finn. And let's refer back to the question, how did it get its name? Send your answers in. Right, okay, well that was amazing. Thank you guys from Bubble O for all your work and a great range of things that you've been doing. I really enjoyed that, and I really enjoyed your little video clips, so well done for that. Don't forget that they've asked you some questions about what they've been doing,
And I think one group actually, there was a little prize, a little endangered animal group. So get your answers in and you might win that prize, but send your answers in anyway, that would be great. Okay, so what have you all been up to out there this week? We've had a ton of stuff as ever from year 4, fantastic. Pixie's been making a lava lamp, that's great. Amelia, lots of work on Egypt again, she's been doing a poster about King Tut, and Willow's been doing some amazing work on all the different, for Ramesses and Tutankhamun, all the pharaohs. Rosie and Isla have been doing symmetrical butterflies for lunch and carrot cakes for pudding. That's fantastic. Lots of cooking there. Lily has made Tutankhamun out of air-dried clay. That's fantastic. Kieran has been creating an information poster about clownfish. Amazing. Lily has been creating some instructions on how to make a mummy. Lots of stuff on World Ocean Day. Amelia's been doing some really good maths, which is well done, Amelia. Adam has been doing some amazing illustrations with pharaohs again. Looks like Osiris and Tutankhamun. And Maisie has created an amazing Egyptian leaflet, information leaflet, which is fantastic. Luke's been doing a book review, and Adam has been making a cloud in a jar, whatever that is. Looks fantastic. And more treasure boxes. Kelsey's been doing a tortilla wrap. That's fantastic. And Keely has been doing some very hard maths. Some of these have been truncated, but they're all really good. A couple more. That Brooke's been doing facts about Tutankhamun, as has Lily. And Ted has done a wanted poster for Ramesses, as well as making his own cartouche, which is fantastic. Well done to year 4, lots of stuff there. On the subject of World Ocean Day, Layla in class 1, I think, has done an incredible 3D model all about the oceans. One side is really clean, one side is really dirty, and it's all about keeping the oceans clean. An incredible model, really, really good. And I don't think the pictures do it justice because it's fantastic. I like that. There's a picture of the ice caps with a great big crack in it and showing that the ice caps are melting. So well done, Layla. Fantastic work. Oh yes, some Andy Goldsworthy art. This is from Ella in 9J, and she's been doing something and done a really good rabbit picture. Fantastic. Joseph and Alice, shout out to them. They have been taking part and done really well in Mrs. Wood's bird quiz. And the draw for that will be coming up later, but not in this episode. 2 children from class 1, Jack and Henry, have been doing... Jack's done some great artwork based around World Ocean Day, and Henry has done some great work by the looks of things from the Andy Goldsworthy natural art. Well done. Holly from 9J has done some amazing work to do. I think this was to create a new sea creature, and that is a sea phoenix, which is really good. Holly also did a great poster all about stopping pollution in the oceans, which is excellent and very, very true, very topical. She's also done, what I really like, is a Treasure Island story map, and it's really beautifully illustrated. The artwork is fantastic, the ships, and it's really, really well done. So big shout out to Holly for that. I know it took her days and days to do that, so really, really well done. And what else? There's something else. No, that's good. But yeah, fantastic work, Holly. Okay, so big shout out to Emily from 9J. She sent in all the work. There's too much for me to show, but she sent in tons of stuff she's been doing at home. And she was so busy, she hasn't had any time to send the work in. So we were inundated with it. So well done, Emily. She's been working really hard. Eddie from class 7J had his designer technology challenge, I think, was to make some kind of dwelling. I'm not quite sure, but whatever it is a really good effort. So well done, Eddie, for that. And then lastly, Beth from class 3J, she's made a really good World Ocean Day poster, including an octopus, wrong way up, octopus made from a plastic bottle, and an origami fish. So well done to Beth. Well done to all of you. Thank you for sending stuff in. Keep it sending in. We are going to be, different bubbles are going to be presenting work, but we really want you at home to send all the work in that you're doing, or examples of what you're getting up to if you're at home. Okay, moving on. Birthday shout outs. We've got quite a few birthdays this week. From the juniors, we've got Ella in class 9, Holly in class 8, Luke in class 5, Adam in class 5, Ryan class 5, a lot of people in class 5, Elizabeth in class 12, and Robert in class 8. Hope you've all had birthdays or will have birthdays by Monday. Have a really, really happy birthday, and I hope you enjoy it. In the infants, we've had Zelda in class 3, Leo in class 8, Lucas in class 5, Charlie class 2, Imogen class 5, and Olivia class 4. You have also had birthdays, and I hope you have a lovely day. Well done. Okay. Now, as you know, it's all been a bit different this week. We're in the library, in the junior school library, and different presenters, which is great. It's and we've been thinking that maybe it would be quite nice to change the name to reflect our new programme. So we're asking you guys to write in and give us your suggestions for a new name. So Good Morning Yatton is a great name, but maybe it's time. Things are changing. Some children are now back in school and children are now presenting. Maybe you've got a really good idea about what you'd like to call this new programme. So write in and we'll hopefully choose a new name. So well done. Okay, so lastly, we've got some competitions, as you know. Mrs. Wood's competition will be coming to a close soon. So if you want to take part in that, have a look at the I think it was the last but one episode with Mrs. Wood's bird competition. The children in this episode have set you some little tasks, little questions to answer to. So that's great. So keep on writing to us. And then finally, just before we go, Mr. Hackerson has had children who've been sending in their contributions, music contributions to the summer showcase, and he's put them all together into a little film that we're now going to watch. So that's all from me and from Bubble O, and hopefully we look forward to seeing you next time, and you can now enjoy our summer showcase. Bye bye, see you next time.
Everybody, and welcome to my little office at home. I hope you're all well. Did you recognise that tune I've just played? I'm sure a lot of you did. I would like to talk to you about something really, really exciting. Several of you have been sending in recordings and videos of you performing on your instruments at home, and it set me thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful to have a concert? Now obviously we can't all get together and have a concert, but wouldn't it be wonderful to have a virtual concert? So you can all get involved. So whether you play a musical instrument, or you sing, or you dance, or even reciting poetry, you can all get involved. So what I'd like you to do is to practice and record your performance as a video and then send it in to me.
Start again, take two.
Thank you, Sophie. Yes, it is really different, so that's why we've done a short video for everyone. Thank you, Sophie. Yes, it is really different, and that's why we've done a short clip for all of you. I was trying so hard.
You did really well. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Right. Okay, that's fine. Do you want to do that again? You're all right.